a voice that called into the middle skin, asking if I had been going the distance. Sing a faithful passion that I cannot deny.
Hello everybody, my name is Skybound.
Starlight Flux.
And we've just got finished watching episode 25 of Boku no Hero Academia, or My Hero Academia, obviously. You can see our reaction down at the link below, like normal. So yeah, let's just kick this straight off.
So it was Bakuman versus, oh god,
Bakugo versus Todoroki.
Todoroki.
And
Right.
Todoroki actually ended up losing,
Which completely took me by surprise. I mean, again, this show has consistently took my expectations and completely destroyed them. I've lost count how many times that's happened. But it sounds like it was a hollow victory in the end. Because it didn't feel like much of a battle, because it seemed like Toba.
I mean, it wasn't much of a...
It wasn't much of a fight compared to some of the previous ones, let's put it that way.
I mean, in a way it was kind of an empty victory, because Todoroki lost, and he didn't end up using his fire against Bakugo, which is what Bakugo was waiting for. So he didn't even get to win in the fact that he got to see like Todoroki's full power.
He didn't win in a way that was against full power. He didn't get to go and win in the way where he knew that it was his ability and only his ability that allowed him to win. No, it was because his opponent pretty much wasn't going full out. So, you know, it wasn't just down to his ability. He now doesn't know whether he's the best, whether he is actually number one, or whether he can actually, you know, whether he can actually beat him at when Todoroki. Oh, I can never pronounce that name.
Todoroki.
Yeah, he doesn't know whether he can beat whether he was doing it. The point is, Bakuman does not know whether he could have won that if his opponent was going at like 1% power essentially.
And to be honest, he probably couldn't.
No, he probably couldn't.
I'd say that Todoroki definitely has a lot more sort of potential for being a more powerful hero than Bakugo. The thing about Bakugo is pretty much he's kind of all the time in his kind of angry freaking Hulk mode. I'd go kill you! Ah!
Oh God, it's comical because it's comical of how he's constantly in some form of rage state. Like he just constantly wants to be in a position.
He's just always just raging.
I don't understand what brought it on at the first. He just seems to be constantly so short. I think it's because he's in an environment where he may not be the number one. It's like he's come from this environment where he was like a big fish in a small pond to a place where he's a small fish in a big pond, and he kind of wants to prove himself by actually making a big fish in a you know, in a bigger pond, and he's probably done that, but the way he's done about it has been a bit. He's won, but not in a really elegant way.
Well, that's the thing. All of the spectators there will consider him like the best hero of that competition because he was the one who was number one, as it were. But in his own mind, he doesn't personally feel that way because he feels like he has to beat Todoroki at full power in order to really consider himself number one.
Well,
because
it kind of makes sense in a way because it means that he doesn't know whether he doesn't know if his opponent goes all out and he goes up. If Bakuman also goes out and Bakuman comes out on top, then he knows it's because of him and not because his opponent was basically not going full out. That's the reason why he has that mentality. You know, it's understandable, but at the same time, I can see why it's completely flawed.
He's very obsessed with being the best, and by being obsessed with that, if it feels like people are essentially kind of pulling their punches a bit, it just feels like, I guess, yeah, it would just be a bit of a hollow victory for him because it's like yes, he won, but he didn't win against an opponent who was using their full power. So
speaking from somebody who's been in various different tournaments and stuff like that myself, like whether it's like collectible card games or Robot Wars, you want to be going full out. You know, you want to know your opponents will actually go, because otherwise, you know, it does feel a bit hollow. If it's an easy victory, you don't feel like it feels a bit hollow, but you know, not in the same sense of hit. For some reason, he just seems to be obsessed with actually proving. It seems like he's trying to prove more to himself that he's the best, rather than proving to everybody else. Because now everybody can see that he is number one, and he's still not happy. So
yeah.
you know, it's.
But yeah, there's also the obvious other stuff as well. There's the whole with Todoroki. He wants to kind of fix things with his mother as well, who's obviously kind of in the hospital. I think she's in some kind of mental ward.
I think it's
So I think he needs to get her out of there.
Yeah.
And then there's also obviously now Leader has to kind of.
Oh yeah.
I guess he'll have to do some sort of work on behalf of Ingenium, who is kind of pretty badly
It seems like
out of it right now.
I mean, this makes me think if we're going to actually see this so-called hero killer, who didn't actually manage to kill this guy after all.
I mean, only just though.
Yeah, only
It
just.
was
I'm
a couple of
joshing around
minutes.
there.
Yeah,
you know,
but,
I'm fully aware that he's done some quite significant amount of damage there. So
That's a lot of damage. To represent the healing power of Flex Tape, I cut this hero in half.
God, why are we? Why are we doing this?
memes, top tier memes.
Just Phil Swift, hero power is Flex Tape. That is the power of Flex Tape. But yeah, that's. I just derailed this entire conversation.
Yes, we have. Do you think this is a good time to give it a score and move on?
Yeah, okay. I rate this a whole 8 rolls of Flex Tape out of 10.
Yeah, I'll give it 8 as well. 8 rolls of Flex Tape.
Yeah. there we go.
Again, consistently within the 8.
Our scores are so consistent. Like our scoring conventions are so consistent. Sometimes it's points. Sometimes it's whole numbers. Sometimes it's.
No,
sometimes
I'm referring
it's
to Hero Academia. Crying out loud, the number of times we have given it high consistent scores because it's just such a consistent standard of.
Yeah.
It's seriously one of the best animes that we've watched, aside from Steins Gate. Because, you know, I think those two are good for 2 completely different reasons.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, we are now getting sidetracked, so I think that'd be a good time to call it.
Yeah.
So,
Anyway.
if you see, you know, I mean, if you look in the description, that's where our reaction to the episode is. So,
Which we said at the beginning anyway.
yeah,
so.
well, I just want to say, just in case people have forgotten. Anyway, so I think we better wrap it up. So,
Okay. As usual, my name's Skybound,
Starlight Blacks.
and we'll see you for the next episode of Boku no Hero Academia, which will be episode 26.
Alright.
Goodbye.
Bye.